Hi everyone, Bernardo here. As human beings, we always act in a rational manner, we always optimize for our own benefit, and we consistently execute plans that yield maximum return. Do we? This sounds really wrong, doesn't it? But that's where the traditional set of economics was less than 40 years ago. Luckily, we've entered the era of behavior economics, led by exciting professionals such as Dan Ariely and Dan Kahneman. The traditional set of economics consider everyone to be a homo economicus, which I've mentioned here is always optimizing for maximum return and always acting in a very rational manner. But the truth is, people make inconsistent decisions. We buy stuff we don't need, we are really bad at investor money, we eat junk food, and we still think that password 123 it's a safe access key. The truth is, we operate under a range of mental shortcuts, named cognitive biases. And the misconception that traditional economic models can be used to understand human behavior is often the core of flawed marketing campaigns. So, what are the real drivers that influence consumer behavior? One way that we can start to answer that question is through the standpoint of choice architecture and nudge theory. The nudge theory was developed by Professor Richard Thaler and Cass Sustained in their 2008 book. Nudge is a framework that for subtle and gentle encouragement that leverage the advanced knowledge that we have nowadays of cognitive biases in the human decision-making process. Nudge is a very cost-effective framework to help people adopt new behavior that they were already interested in adopting with a specific and measurable outcome. Such nudges can range from social norm drivers to external influences, and really good examples are the creation of a sense of scarcity, for instance, which was heavily documented around Campbell's soup sales. When offering a 10-cent discount per unit, Campbell's would limit the purchase cap to 12 cans per person, and the average purchase raised more than 100% when compared to control groups that didn't create scarcity. Although this is a really good opportunity for research, such techniques can be heavily abused. Personally, one of my favorite researches around such subject compare different SMS texts and show that being truthful about the cost of a missed appointment could help drop the no-show rate. So for instance, people would receive an SMS before they schedule appointment saying that that appointment cost £160. And that cost would be absorbed by the hospital if they didn't show up. So their no-show rate dropped almost 30% after adopting such techniques. Nudging is about helping people to understand their cognitive shortcuts and leveraging such shortcuts to make better decisions. Working at Fab9, which is a service provider, we heavily rely on physical attendance. One of our validated acquisition funnel requires that we run physical tours, which by default are very expensive and rely a lot on human capital. With this in mind, we've been using Calendly to allow customers to schedule such appointments. And this tool has an embedded feature that allows us to automatically send out an email or text message before the appointment. Combining automation tools such as Calendly with the nudge framework, we can expect to mitigate to some extent our no-show rate. I would love to know if there are any workshops or events that you run that could be using such a framework to help mitigate your no-show rate. Just drop me a comment here. And as always, thank you so much for joining this week. See you next week.